Hey everyone, welcome to the C Factor. We're four Gen Z hosts here to share our thoughts, stories, and opinions on everything happening in our world. Tuning for some laughs in the bag you won't get anywhere else. This is the C Factor, and let's get into it.
Hello, people. Today we have an special episode too. We are going to making an interview to one of our colleagues here in the school, but he is about to finish the career. So let's start with the interview. So can you tell us your name and which degree are you about to complete? Which quarter?
Yes, of course, colleague. Well, my name is Pedro Gutierrez, Pedro Daniel Gutierrez Carrera.
Hello, Pedro.
Hi Pedro.
Hello, nice to meet you, everyone.
Same.
Well, I am 21 years old and I'm about to finish my last degree on this university on business development career. I'm sorry, what else you need to know?
And the next question is, why did you decide to study this field to your career, business development?
Okay, well, interesting question. When I start looking for a new university to steer my career, I was looking for something that allows me to develop my own project that I have, that is to have a own business.
You're like an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah, like an entrepreneur. But in that moment, I didn't know what career study. Well, to be honest, I was not allowed to study the career that I want. That was biotechnology.
All right.
So I looked for another option at the moment, and I see this career. It was to entrepreneur, to
Yeah.
develop a business, and I said, well, yes, this is a great choice for me.
It can work, right? It aligns with your purpose, with the stuff that you want to do.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Now let's talk about a little bit about the academic experience. Andrea?
Yes. So, how would you describe your experience here at BIS throughout your degree?
Hmm. My my business or my
No, your
experience.
personal experience. How
Yeah,
do you feel?
here
Do
in
you
the
feel
school.
comfortable?
Well, it was like a roller coaster
For
experience
sure.
because at the beginning, well, as you know, we passed through a pandemic,
Of
so
course.
Yeah.
it was kind of complicated for the virtual classes that we had. But when we started studying in the actual university, it was awesome. I knew people who teach me a lot of things, very useful things. The experience that the professor has, the relationship that we could have with the professor was very,
course.
yeah, was very warming. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you can like take it stuff. You can make the relation further than just a teacher and I don't know how to say it,
Like a
alumno.
student.
Yeah, like
Student.
a student.
Yeah, yeah.
They become like a little of friends or professional people in your life.
Yes, of course. And with the practices, the interns, well, they changed my life. I
Yeah.
mean, I have a point of view of what the world and the businesses are, but when you are in actual business, in an actual high business, you learn what is to have it, what is to work, and what is the pressure that many people has on their daily life. So
Course.
you learn to value what you learn and
Of
what other
course.
people make.
Yeah. And
And with this part of the career that is licensing, I
All
mean,
right.
it was awesome. I
yeah.
get experience from every teacher that I have.
That's nice.
Yeah, even if the professors will be like the most harmful professors,
Yeah.
they're awesome in their own field of expertise, and well, they teach us how to make an actual event. I don't know
Right.
if you haven't heard about business and Rivalia.
Oh
Of
yeah.
course,
Of
yeah.
course, you were working with that. With Rivalia,
events-
right?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was very cool. It
Yeah.
was a very cool experience because we are only 8 members on my classroom.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
Just a few people, right?
Yeah, and with our very short group, we learn how to make the people experience management, relation public management, the marketing, the logistics, and obviously it's sales and everything else that was related to the event. Of course, we are not in charge to make everything that our careers need to make, like the robots and
Yeah,
that
for
stuff.
sure.
Yeah, but sometimes we don't realize that there is a lot of stuff that you need to keep in control making this type of events, right?
Yeah. So, and it was real. At the end of the
Yes.
moment, it was real because we made it on the Tricentenario.
Okay, the
And,
place.
yeah, the place was an actual place that we need to look because at that moment we didn't have the library.
All right.
Yeah, to hold events like this. Yeah.
And well, it was stressful, yes, a lot.
Totally.
But
Yeah.
I think it's one of the experiences of my life that teach me more.
Yeah, and it forced you to grow up, like to mature and realize that this type of stuff that is the real life, as you mentioned,
You're
right?
grown up now.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that you had great teachers. Do you have a course that you find more interesting or your favorite? Can you tell us which one is it and why?
Probably it is finance. I mean, you didn't have it yet,
No.
but finance is, well, for me, is something very significant because it teach me how to actually see the money and how it flows within the businesses and how it can be manipulated to have it on your, to have an opportunity with them.
Yeah, it's like
And-
the hard data that
Mhm.
you also need to how to manage because it is the core of the business, right?
Yes, additionally to that, well, you know what Professor Riram,
Yeah.
Of course.
he is a professor who
Teach finance.
yeah.
All right.
And I talked to Ram, and he knows a lot about all this stuff because of his side project with movies and all that. So he has to know how the monies and the financing works.
Yes, actually, in fact, besides that, he has a career development on finance and budget marketing projects on their company where he's worked before. So he has a lot of experience with that. he he hit me very hard on that part.
He does that. Yeah, it's great.
Because besides or the mm course, my finance course,
Yeah.
he additionally to that was ready to teach a way to actually make the finance for a product for something that is physical.
Yeah, like make it real.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we have an app, so it
Oh.
was.
It's kind of hard
That
to
was
adapt,
hard.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But well,
It's great. Right. So that was your favorite course. Is there one that you found particularly hard or challenging that you didn't like,
mm,
or your least favorite?
gonna say, I don't know. I mean, in my personal point of view,
Yeah, of
I
course.
think that every course that you pass through in this career, if you like the career, if you like to put a business, it's very important to have at least a small thing to learn from each course.
Of
So
course.
I would say that any course was my list. At least I think. Sorry, considering the category courses, I think were my less favorite courses, but only because of the reason that I'm not the person that design.
Of course.
Alright.
I am the person who makes all the other strategic and the hard data.
Yeah,
like
it's
you
not
say.
like
yeah.
your specialty.
Yeah.
That's fine. Carlita, you have questions?
Well, we want to know about your personal and your professional development in during the career. So, how do you feel you have a growth personally during your time at university?
Well, as I said before, I had a lot of experience from the events,
Or
but
Yeah.
additionally to that, I has a learned experience from the professor that we have here in the career, like teacher Perez that we taught
Adriana
with
Perez.
Adriana
Of
Perez.
course.
We taught with her before. I mean, she has a lot of experience and she teach me, sorry, how to be patient about things and
Yeah.
very, I can say minucioso, very, careful.
Meticulously.
Careful and very carefully with the things and watch everything that happens that pass on your environment, so you
Yeah.
can have a higher um panorama. I'm sorry.
Like seeing the big picture, right?
Yeah.
The background.
Yeah.
Well, what professional skills do you think you have developed the most during the career? And yeah.
I'm sorry. What was the question again?
What professional skills do you think you have developed the most?
Mm, I think leadership. Well, in the soft skills that I learned was leadership, was self-emotional
Management.
management.
Yeah, right.
It was the time management and be productive.
Yeah, it is like part of the stuff that we don't necessarily see these topics in the classes, but through the presentations with the integrated project and stuff is when you learn this type of soft skills like communication skills and leadership, as you mentioned. And I would say that it is samely hard. It is like is the same. It is as hard to learn finance to learn how to be a leader, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yes. And well, you have the reason with that because at the end, if you want to make a business, you need to be the leader and you need to know how to manage everything.
You need to know how to manage people stuff too, right?
Yeah.
It is kind of hard, but it is necessary too.
In another way, otherwise, I think that it's important has the ability to be a leadership because not all the people can do the
Yeah.
things, and many times the people take the leadership, but not most of the time are good on
Yeah, they don't
this
have like the
stuff.
necessary
Yeah.
skills or character to be the leader of a team, right?
Yes, and you can improve, but I think that is an ability that you have.
Like you're born with that, yeah, if
Yes,
possible, but you can develop.
Uh-huh.
Yes, of course, you're born with the ability to have a leadership skill, but well, um, you can develop it anyway.
Yeah, it's necessary in this field, in
Yeah.
the business field.
It is a matter of effort, not just to have
Yeah.
it.
And before you mentioned Rivalia, so how you manage that? mm, I know you as the leader of that project, so how do you manage that situation, that different situations in that position of the process of that event?
Well, on that moment, it was it was something that we need to be kind of carefully with everything because we passed for a business and another event that our group make.
Yeah.
The group that was um, after me, for me.
Yeah.
They make the business on that moment, but they make a lot of mistakes on communication. They were more people. They were like 20, 30 people on that moment. And they make an actually excellent work because they get a place on Tec de Monterrey to make everything. some of the guys on that classroom that has knowledge about how to organize an event, the lights, the music, and everything. So it looked like an actual professional event, but they have uh, troubles with the people and with the school because they pass through them without asking first.
Yeah,
Of
like
course.
So at the end of the time, they, you know, they get on hope about the event. They lost their hope
Yeah, they lost
because
hope.
they have a lot of work made it,
yeah,
but they had to stop a lot of things because at the end the university can't allow us to make.
the ideas that they have. Yeah, it's like an incredible idea, but not that good execution, right?
More than the execution, it was the troubles that the schools can have if they
Alright.
made it, because
Right.
as we know, this world is very bureaucratic.
Yeah.
So
You
yeah,
need to
Yes.
pass like through a lot of filters and
Like we know
stuff.
their limitations and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Which, yeah, it's hard.
yeah, and it's because of that that we need to make the another event, and we have the tutoring. I think is a word, tutoria.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Of
accessories and stuff.
yeah, accessory of the Professor Victor. I don't know if you know it.
We know him. He didn't give us class, but
He
Yeah,
did
Victor.
the promotion for the career in the morning, but is not here anymore.
Yeah,
it's
and
like, yeah.
he taught teach us how to make everything. And well, in my special case, that I was the leader, I have to make constant communication with him
Yeah.
about everything that passed on the group. Not everything.
No, I mean relevant things.
Yeah, related to the
Of
event.
course.
And he teach me how to make everything, how to keep my composure in some situations that, well, that weren't be something that was my responsibility and was his responsibility, because at the end he
Of
was
course.
a professor. But I think be a leadership is a question of know your people and know how to work
With them.
with them, how know to what are the weaknesses and the strengths that
course.
for everyone, and how to know how they can grow up on your project like a person in a professional way without make them to feel control. I
Of
mean,
course.
it's a lot of things. It's
Yeah, it's hard.
complicated.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's pass with a few questions about relationships and networking.
Mm, well, we know that it's important the relation that you have with your Aaron, and we want to know how would you describe your relationship with your classmates and professors?
Mm, well, my relationship with my professors, it is good. I mean, during the events that we had, we learned how to communicate with them. A lot of teachers on this part of the career, the licensing, value that you know how to communicate your doubts without being hurtful or to attack the professors,
Like to be rude, right?
yeah, to be respectful with them,
Yeah.
and to know how to catch the feedback or the comments that they give you back. And I mean, at the end, with everyone, we have a good relation. We, except one professor that we know, that I don't want to mention here. But respect of him, and I think we and everyone we have a good relation. We know each of them, and they know us. They know how to work, and we know how they work,
Yeah.
and we make that the classes flow with the time. and about my classmates. Well, there were difficult times because of the events again. We were very stressed on that moments, those moments, and we have troubles. We discuss. We get angry.
Yeah, of
Or
course.
But
it's just natural.
Yeah, it's part of the process.
but at the end, I think that that something that cares is that you know that spite of what everyone does, and if it's not what you think is the best thing that make, we are people, we are
We're
persons,
humans,
we are
yeah.
humans, and we need to learn about everyone and that they learn about us.
Yeah.
And I know we have a good relation. We make parties, we make like escapadas from the university and everything. So I think we are a good group that are very
That's pretty
Hi.
nice.
unit.
Yeah, you're a close group, right? At times.
Hi, there. Hi.
Okay, next question.
I think that at the final is like you you discuss, but you love it. Do you think you have built a network that will be useful in your professional future?
And network. Yes, yes. Uh, well, actually, we are developing a new product, well, a new service that's an application combined with artificial intelligence that
That's
is like
nice.
an a personal coach, nutritional coach, and someone that helps you with your mental wellness.
Yeah.
Everything is empowered way with artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
And for that, we start to make a relation with Parque Orion, that is part of the Tec de Monterrey.
That's
And
nice.
it's like you put your product on there, and you have an environment of entrepreneurships, and they and then also give you accessories to how to make your project. They give you like extra classes, and at the end you make like a Shark Tank,
Oh.
very
That's pretty
similar
cool.
to
Here
here.
in
Yeah,
school.
here.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, because you mentioned that your like your class is your group is kind of well, short, it's kind of little because only there like 8 people. So it is pretty good that you start to knowing different people, but in different environments that not only here in the school.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
I think that we were in a Shark Tank of Tec de Monterrey once time. The last part,
Yes.
no.
The five quarter,
Uh-huh.
but you are not
No.
on that. You know, but you are in Kaizen.
All right.
Ah.
We were in Kaizen. All right.
Yes, that was
It
interesting.
was a very interesting experience to
Yes.
see in real life the startups and the projects.
You
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go in with the challenges and achievements questions. So, what were the biggest challenges you faced during your university career? You mentioned like these events, but can we go a little bit deeper with that ones, or you can mention another one?
To mention another one, very simple to mention, it was my personal situation that I have to work and study at the same time.
That is
Well,
difficult.
It is challenging.
to make the work, I get a intern with a company that called Emerson, and I was there like a year. Um, I mean, my schedule was 7 to 3. Then I passed through the gym, and then I was here at the 5, 7 to 5, and I ends at the 11 of the night.
It was
11
long.
at night, actually. So that was my constantly schedule. And despite that, I'm with the events. It was difficult, as I mentioned before, because we have a lot of troubles in the group with people that, of course, doesn't want to, well, don't want to work as you uh, had mentioned before, or
Yeah.
people that they didn't want to make everything, or start to get a little bit noise about you, in that case, about me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
and
also like people like they sometimes they don't put the same amount of effort that you put in these activities could be, right?
yes, we have a couple of colleagues that they didn't put the same effort, and the other people it was because they are very uh, leaders
Mm.
from
Yeah.
themselves.
They don't like to be told what to do.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's
you
a
not to know
problem.
how to work with the
Yeah.
leader because at the end it's something good because you know that everyone is a leader
Yeah.
and you know that everyone wants to make something good, but you know how to make them feel like everyone are on the same page.
Yeah. And you know, you have to adapt. And if it's not your turn to be a leader, you have to,
No,
you know, as a leader, to follow someone because,
Yeah, sometimes it is necessary you can have like all the time the role of the leader.
yeah, to get the job done.
Because there is people that is more capable in another fields than you.
yeah, it depends on the type of leadership that you want to make.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you consider to be your greatest achievement so far?
My greatest achievement.
Yeah, could be like outside the school or related with your career.
Hmm, it was a good. It is a good question.
Yeah, you mentioned something related with your entrepreneurship, could be like related with your business, or I don't know, but it is a deep question. Yeah, I will give you some time to think about it.
I think, well, related to the school, I think my greatest, sorry, achieve that I had was the event Rivalia.
Rivalia.
Yeah, because despite of some of the groups that was in charge of make the robots, didn't have it, and I mean, you don't know it yet, but on the moment it's very, very, very hard when you have 8 competitors to you
Yeah.
with to participate on your event,
And then
and four,
They're not.
five they are
They're
not going to
missing.
participate, but 1 hour before the event starts,
Yeah.
and you have all the schedule that you make 1 month before.
yeah, you need like put the stuff together during the road, right?
Yeah, and I don't know, it was very cheerful that at the end of the event we get very good feedback about everyone.
Yeah.
They say that, well, yes, of course, the event
Things
wasn't
happen.
what we expect at the
Yeah.
end, but because there weren't be a lot of fights, but the the organization of the event, they make the things that we made at the end, at the like spontaneously,
Yeah.
they were awesome, and people get a comfort moment.
Yeah, good
And a
experience.
good experience. So they say that the event was excellent for the part of the organization, despite of everything else.
Yeah, and I want to mention the stuff that you're saying that so the event didn't go like in the best way, but that can make you like learn even more for that in an event that it is totally successful, right? If the stuff like going pretty good every time, we will not learn so much when we commit like mistakes and stuff. Yeah, you learn more for the failure than the for success for the success.
In fact, that is one of the greatest things that had to be an organizer for an event.
Yeah.
That someone that is the actual manager of a company that makes Expo Boras here in Chihuahua,
Yeah.
and the Club Cervecera and everything,
Mm-hmm.
told us that if you are going to make an event, everything that can
Can go wrong.
can go wrong is going to be wrong.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more stuff.
All right. So, you know, let's talk about your future prospects. Do you have any plans for your future once you graduate?
Mm, yes, I want to. Well, no, I want to be honest.
And you know what? That's fine.
I want to sleep.
No, I mean, I want to make my next internships with that person that I mentioned before,
Like, yeah,
the manager from Entrepreneur, and I'm sorry for Crescendo. And I'm actually waiting for an answer
Yeah.
for him. Yeah,
Yeah.
from him. Yeah, thank you. um, and I expect that he hire me from a future.
For you to get there,
Uh-huh.
keep working there, that would be
Yeah,
great.
and in the next year, I would like to go to China.
Oh,
wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, to learn the language, to know more knowledge,
Of
course.
and to see how the experiences on China is, to live with people and know the culture.
Yeah, the culture is like very different.
Like an exchange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and keep um growing up my well corporate because here is one of my colleagues, my partners of in Hali
Oh,
in the company that we are planning to have.
That's very cool.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
And you know, like in a specific field that you like to work or specialize in, because we know that business development has a lot of different like
Yeah,
areas where
there's
you
like
can work. Do you
opportunity
have
areas.
one that like, yeah, this one, this is it.
I mean, I like project management. That is one of the courses that we'll have.
Yes.
We'll have. I like finance. But I don't know. I think I lack. I have a lack of experience yet to know
Yeah.
what is my
Yeah, you have to
expertise field.
get in there and
Mm-hmm.
you know.
You're like waiting for find your patient yet.
Yeah. I mean, as I said before, I like every course that we have. I
Yeah.
like this career a lot.
Yeah,
And you know, again, you have so many options, and it's
Mhm.
like you want to do everything.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
that's really
think
cool.
the things were changes when you are living and you say, "Oh, I want to be in here in this way," but in another moment you are not anymore in this way, and you have to improve. But many of the times you can obtain more in this new way that in the way that you are planning or expecting.
Yeah. I mean, the last year, I was just expecting to have the award to be hired on the company I'm making my interns. In this year, I don't know what I actually like. So,
Yeah.
And-
We change a lot,
Yeah, we
and
change a
everything
lot.
changes.
Yes.
and we need to try like a lot of different stuff to realize that we don't like that stuff. You
Yeah,
know,
you need to be
Mhm.
open
Yeah,
to
we
new
need-
experiences
of
and all that.
course.
So it's great that you don't know exactly. It's fine.
Yeah, it's part of the
And
part
what
of the
about you?
process. What?
What about you?
We're like kind of in the same page.
I
Yeah.
Who are we interviewing right now?
Okay.
That's a hard question. Yeah. Sorry.
No, don't worry, don't
We
worry.
still like.
We are not ready for answer.
Yeah, I mean, we still have a lot of time.
Yeah,
I think that you acquired new knowledge these internships now about kind of
Yeah,
things.
but I don't know what I want to do in the future.
But you answer that you don't know what to do that you were thinking.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's kind of early to decide.
It depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends
Yeah,
where
yeah.
life take us.
Don't
so.
worry, you have a year and a half to
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get decided.
I will take advantage of that year because I don't want to be like with my career finished and don't knowing like
What do you want?
yeah, So that is like my vision to find what is my passion during this year and a quarter, right? The time that we have left.
So, for the possible students that are hearing this podcast, what advice would you give to students who are starting the same degree as you?
Well, to good as me, I mean, everyone can be good as you want and as your own manner,
Yeah.
but mm thanks for that. But I think my biggest advice for you is to take advantage of of everything that you get from this part of the career, the licensee.
Yeah.
Don't get mad with situations that you can control because they are over you, and that's okay because you don't have the experience, you don't have the context, and it's better to know and to analyze the data, the information that you can actually get,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and learn from that. Don't
Like don't get engaged with this type of situation.
I don't overthink.
don't overthink the things. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Thank you.
And this is a very deep question. Is there anything you would have done differently if you could start over?
Oh,
Oh. Mm.
it is deep, Carla. You went there.
Mm, I don't know. I think if I have the knowledge that I have on today, I would like to have a different relation with my college on the classroom, or a different leadership that well, not leadership, a different attitude that I have in sometimes. Because I know that sometimes I can be kind of, how to say it, control.
Control freak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, those things that you mentioned with people, well, more related to the projects.
Yeah.
And as I said before, it's a matter of how you um, make the leadership, and not only that, is how to manage your attitude about the things that happen.
Yes.
And it's not only to say, well, it will pass with the time. It's something that, well, it no won't pass maybe, but it can be fixed.
Of course.
Yeah, it is part of it is the hard part of to be a leader that most of the times nobody wants the responsibility of being the leader of a team, for example, because you are like making the path that the others are following, and if things go wrong, it actually go over your shoulders, you know. So it is important to have like this emotional management, and like not be like egotistic, to realize that you can actually make mistakes, you know.
Yeah.
So we have like a final reflection.
Um, well, the first is thank you very much for sharing your experience with us.
Welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Before
Well,
that,
yeah.
before saying thank you, so is there any particular experience or anecdote you would like to share that sums up your time at university?
Mm. No, I don't think so. I mean, I think I spoke a lot on
Yeah.
this podcast, so I think I shared a lot of
Anecdote.
Good
anecdotes,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
about the
yeah, yeah.
university and the career. So I don't think I have a lot of further more to share. I think
Alright.
It's fine. It's fine.
no, your professor, their professors are very, very, very cool. I mean, you lost Professor Victor and some another professor that was Roberto. They were very, very cool. They teach us a lot, but really know your professors. It's they will help you um, when you most need it, when you need it the most, and that's it.
Alright.
That's great.
We have another
And
question.
how do you feel about being so close to graduating?
Graduating.
Really, yeah, yeah. Mm,
Are you nervous?
yeah. I mean, you know it. I'm not get decided yet to how to where
Like
to
a
be.
field? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm kind of nervous. I mean, I'm going to be more independent
Yeah.
tomorrow than I was yesterday,
Totally.
but at the same time, I'm excited to that. Yeah.
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 That's okay.
Yeah, because there is not like another graduation when you graduate from high school, for example, because this is like your last graduation. The school overs in a totally way. So it is kind of deep.
Unless you get a master's degree and
Of
keep
course.
studying and all that,
No,
so you
no.
never have to work.
No, no. How can I afford it?
Yeah, no, I know.
It's expensive.
But yeah, it's a great change in our lives. So it's normal to be nervous about it, but
Yeah.
you know, keep it exciting.
Yeah.
We have so
It
much
is totally
time
exciting.
left. Yeah.
Yes, but you still have the internship to know how do you want to do, no? I think.
I mean, actually, in the actual times, I'm not in an intern. I'm just flowing with the
Going with the flow.
Going with the
Yeah,
flow.
going with the flow.
And that's all you have to do sometimes.
Floating with the wine.
But I want to have it, the interns, and learn more. But I mean,
Anything can happen.
yeah, and if you are on the same position that I am on this moment, I can guarantee you it's very normal and you are not less than anybody to feel in this way.
Okay.
Thank
Just
you.
effort.
Of course. Well, thank you very much for sharing your experience with us. You know, is there anything else you would like to add before we end this interview? Or we're cool, guys, everyone?
Yeah, I
fine.
guess we can like. How do you feel with the interview?
I mean, it was very charming. You are a very awesome people. I
Thank you.
think
You too.
all of you have a very good knowledge about their own expertise field, and you are very cool.
No, you're cool.
You're cool.
You're cooler.
No, you are
No,
cool.
you. No, yeah, thank you so much, Pedro,
Yeah.
for being here with us.
I guess it was kind of a little improvised. We have also the time over us, but for me it was like a pretty good episode
like-
for the podcast. I
Hearing
like it a
about
lot. Yeah, we compare with the debate podcast. This one is one of the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so, thank you.
Yeah, very. Thank you for being today with us.
Thank you for accepting our invitation.
Oh, no, no, you're welcome. Thanks to you to invite and to have me in consideration for your great podcast here.
It was, we now I will say that we made a pretty good decision like inviting Pedro because it was not just for the episode, it was also like very, I don't know how to say, like
Retrospective.
no, I feel like it give me like a lot of information
Like
and
knowledge.
yeah, and I like knowledge. So I take advantage of this interview besides doing the podcast and accomplish the assignment. You
And
know,
what you can see in the future.
yeah, it was like very. Yeah,
You know, and
very
the fact
good
that
to
we're studying the same thing, it's great because we know like your point of view from someone that's almost going out and us that we're just getting started
You
here.
know me
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah, that's really great. So thanks so
Yeah,
much.
it was good for the episode, like having the confidence that we are so friends with Pedro. So I guess it's pretty much that.
Yeah,
You want
let's
to
wrap
say?
this up. Thank you so much for listening, guys.
Thank you.
And
Listen us to the next episode. So goodbye.
bye bye.
See you. Keep
Bye.
watching. Well, listening.
Thank you.